Get ready to embark on a journey through the annals of NHL history, where blockbuster trades have shaken the very foundations of franchises. From fan favorites to franchise superstars, no player is immune to the unpredictability of the trade market. While some deals have propelled teams to greatness, others have left them reeling for years to come. Today, we're diving headfirst into the realm of the NHL's most disastrous trades. These are the deals that have haunted teams and fans alike, leaving a trail of regret and disappointment in their wake. So buckle up, hockey fans, as we count down the 7 worst trades in NHL history. Get ready for a roller coaster ride of shock, disbelief, and sheer disbelief. Let's dive in. Here in number 7, we're diving into one of the most obvious examples of NHL trade blunders, the Montreal Canadiens trade involving Patrick Roy. Let's address the elephant in the room right from the start. On December 6, 1995, the Canadiens made the fateful decision to trade away Patrick Roy to the first-year Colorado Avalanche, alongside captain Mike Keane. In return, they received Andrei Kovalenko, Martin Ruchinski, and Jocelyn Thibault. While there were some minor silver linings to the players Montreal acquired, it's painfully clear in hindsight that this trade was a disaster for the Canadiens. Despite initially managing decently without Way, the impact of losing their franchise player and captain was immense. The Canadiens' faithful felt betrayed, and rightfully so. On the flip side, the Avalanche immediately became Stanley Cup contenders with Way between the pipes. They clinched the Cup in 1996 and again in 2001, solidifying their dominance in the league. Meanwhile, the Canadiens spiraled into a period of decline, devoid of their former Stanley Cup winning glory, a downturn that would persist for many years to come. Moving on to number 6, we have the infamous trade involving the Winnipeg Jets and Teemu Selanne. On February 7, 1996, the Anaheim Ducks made a move that would alter the course of their franchise by acquiring Selanne. In exchange, they sent Chad Kilger, Oleg Tverdovsky, and a third-round pick in the 1996 NHL entry draft to the Jets. Former Anaheim Ducks GM Jack Ferreira unknowingly orchestrated one of the most impactful acquisitions in NHL history. Selanne's tenure with the franchise was nothing short of legendary, with an impressive record of 457 goals and 531 assists in 966 games played. Before joining the Ducks, Selanne was already displaying signs of greatness with the Jets, tallying 147 goals and 159 assists in 231 games. In the 1995-1996 season, he was having a stellar campaign with Winnipeg, notching 24 goals and 48 assists in just 51 games. Following the trade to Anaheim, Selanne continued his outstanding performance, contributing 16 goals and 20 assists for the remainder of the season. On the other side, Kilger's impact was minimal, playing in only 34 games over 2 seasons and recording 4 goals and 4 assists. Tverdovsky, while not known for his offensive prowess, showcased decent playmaking abilities, achieving a career high of 55 points in the 1997-1998 regular season. Ironically, he reached the 50-point mark twice more in his career, both times with Anaheim. In hindsight, it's clear that Anaheim emerged as the clear winner of this trade. Selanne's impact on the franchise was unparalleled, making him arguably the greatest Duck of all time. When you acquire a player of his caliber, there's no question who came out on top in this deal. At number 5, we have the trade where the Vancouver Canucks traded Cam Neely. During his first 3 seasons, Neely showcased his prowess by scoring 51 goals and accumulating over 300 penalty minutes. However, the Canucks then bundled Neely and a first-round draft pick, which turned out to be defenseman Glenn Wesley, to the Bruins for centerman Barry Pedersen. Neely went on to spend the remainder of his career in Boston, playing 10 seasons and amassing an impressive 344 goals and 246 assists in 525 games. Known as one of the league's most feared power forwards, Neely possessed a combination of pure strength and high-level skill. Whether scoring goals or throwing punches, he left a lasting impact on the ice, earning induction into the Hall of Fame in 2005. On the other hand, Barry Pedersen's career with the Canucks quickly fizzled out, as he only reached the 20-goal mark once and failed to match Neely's level of production throughout his tenure with several NHL teams. Moving on to number 4, we have the trade where the New York Islanders traded Zdeno Chara. In June of 2001, the Islanders made a disastrous deal by trading Chara to the Ottawa Senators alongside Bill Muckalt and a first-round draft pick in exchange for Alexei Yashin. While Chara had yet to fulfill his potential with the Islanders, he went on to become one of the most intimidating and highly skilled defensemen in NHL history. Averaging around 25 minutes per game, Chara found his scoring touch with the Senators, recording 146 points in 299 games played. Meanwhile, the Islanders' return, Alexei Yashin, failed to live up to expectations, as his performance deteriorated during his time with the team. Despite being highly skilled, Yashin's output declined, scoring only 290 points in 346 career games, making him a significant disappointment for the franchise. At number 3, we have the trade where the Calgary Flames dealt Doug Gilmour. In March of 1988, the Flames made one of the worst trades in NHL history by trading away the accomplished NHL player at the age of 28. Gilmour had already established himself as a highly skilled offensive player, boasting point-per-game numbers in his first 650 games played. Despite his small stature, Gilmour played a gritty style of hockey and contributed offensively on a consistent basis. The most notable player going the other way in the trade was Gary Leeman, a 50-goal scorer with the Leafs. However, Leeman's performance with the Flames was underwhelming, managing only 11 goals in 59 games before being traded to the Montreal Canadiens. Meanwhile, Gilmour went on to become one of the most notable leaders in Maple Leafs history, scoring 452 goals in 393 games played and earning induction into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 2011. Moving on to number 2, we have the trade where the Edmonton Oilers traded Mark Messier. In 1991, the Oilers made the second worst trade in their franchise history by sending their heart and soul, Mark Messier, to the New York Rangers. At 29 years old, Messier had already won 5 Stanley Cups with the Oilers and had plenty left in the tank. However, the return the Oilers received did not come close to matching the production and leadership that Messier provided. Louis DeBrusk played parts of 6 seasons with the Oilers, but never became a consistent threat at either end of the ice. Stephen Rice split parts of 3 seasons between the Oilers and the Miners, failing to establish himself as an everyday NHL player. While Bernie Nichols was the biggest name returning to the Oilers, he was eventually traded to the Devils after just 2 seasons in Edmonton. Meanwhile, Messier poured in 107 points in his first season as a Ranger and went on to win his 6th Stanley Cup in the 1993-94 season. In his first stint with the Rangers, Messier scored 515 points and won numerous accolades, including the Hart Trophy and the Ted Lindsay Award, before being inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 2007. And finally, at number 1, we have the trade where the Edmonton Oilers traded Wayne Gretzky. In August of 1988, the Edmonton Oilers completed what is likely the most controversial trade in NHL history by sending Wayne Gretzky to the LA Kings in an 8-player deal. At the age of 26, Gretzky still had plenty of hockey ahead of him, but due to rumored financial difficulties with the Edmonton Oilers owner Peter Pocklington, the team was forced to trade the best player the NHL has ever seen. In return, the Oilers received 2 players and 3 first-round picks. While some of the picks showed potential, none came close to the impact Gretzky had on the ice. As many of you know, Gretzky moved to the LA Kings, where he continued to dominate the NHL, scoring an incredible 918 points in 539 games with the Kings. Although he was unable to lead the Kings to a Stanley Cup, Gretzky remained by far the best player in the NHL, eventually being inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1999. With 2,857 points in 1,487 career games played and 4 Stanley Cups to show for it, Gretzky's legacy in the NHL is unmatched. Thanks for tuning into our video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like and consider subscribing to our channel for more exciting content. Keep watching for more fascinating stories from the world of hockey.